See what happened. Good morning, friends. This is Jeff Arcos. Welcome again to the daily webinar. Today we are 19th of December 2019. Remind you this webinar is not meant to be a financial advice to anyone. This is only an education presentation. Please consider term and condition before you continue. Send when you're receiving this record. Thank God for another day into my life and I pray His blessings today in Jesus' name. Amen. All right, I have good and bad news. Which one we got first? The the bad news that my hard drive is burned, the one at my desktop. So the programmer, the technician called me yesterday, and yeah, it's gone. So everything that I did and cost me so much to put it there, and plus so much new files and things. I tell you, I just breathe and say, Lord, you know why, and that's it. Just what can I do? That's it. The technician, please make sure that recover my stuff. And I thought, after they changed the motherboard, and now I thought, yeah, that's it. This is now it's gonna be cool as. But no, it seems like it was a lot of storms, as you know. Well, I did back up. Not that the when I recovered from the motherboard, I didn't do any backup again. So I only really have maybe 3, 4 weeks of missing everything new that I put it inside. So I used to have an automatic backup, but it just filled up. The terabyte was filled up so quickly that I didn't know how it worked. Then I forgot all about it. But anyway, so that's the bad news, and the other bad news as well that today actually I need to find out, because I remember I said I need to split these two strategies. So when I open a second NT4, what I did is just copy and duplicate the one that I was working all this time. Um, uh, that the yeah, every time that I was been working all this time, suddenly um, all my workspaces, everything just went off. So I don't have even if Richard, you can help me to. I think it might be have somewhere here, because I don't know. It's in the other computer. Was everything you sent me was in the other computer? This is my laptop, my old laptop that. So I don't know. I need to find it. Just my head is turning around at the moment with this. I don't have the weekly and daily strength indicator to do the calculations, and yeah, just don't know why. And I have to history center do all the stuff for the EAs. But anyway, so I will have Thursday to Friday my computer, and um, yeah, so Thursday to Friday, and then I have to. I will need to have, I don't know, Helen suggesting a nightcloud backup, which I never use. I don't know how that works, but I have to get into something that this is just too ridiculous at the moment, that is doing. But anyway, so let's get into that. No more crying. Life continue, and there we are. So we are in the middle of the month. More than less than a week for Christmas, and there we are. We got on a sort of news at 7:30. GBP, we have a CPI without. So around the pound. The pound is a bit unstable at the moment. So after midnight, we have a 5 a.m. FOMC, which is this is quite good, and the dollar is not really doing anything really at the moment. It seems like it's holding himself for next year, and yeah, so that's it looks to me. Then it's a heavy news there, so make sure that if we got any entry today, make sure just to save that one there before the anything else could happen from there. All right, on the weekly size, the only thing really we can see, as I said already, um, the list. So this is our list for that. This is our currency list that we have for the weekly. So really, today it seems like we have a pullback from the New Zealand to go short. Australia is being very strong pullbacks compared to what it was. The US did have 2 days pullbacks, and seems like things are not quite stable with that. The pound has a pullback today. If we consider the pound crosses pound Canadian, pound yen, and in the US, yes, it's better and stable. Really, at the moment, the US is being weak for the last 2 days, Tuesday and so Monday and Tuesday. Tuesday and today. Monday was in the same strength, but yeah, we'll see what is coming up on that one. That, as I said, I don't have at the moment anything that I can look at because this is I just made up today, so everything is just try to put things into the way it was, and yeah, so I don't know. If I looked at on here uh, and the week 51, we say that the all the New Zealand crosses at the moment are not really working. Yeah, that could be a bit. And still, the data need to be downloaded in here, and yeah, so we're looking short, and this is so now from the day that is pulling up, so we're looking connect the E8, and the E8 will enter anything over there. So this is looking just that the the weekly scenario. So this is a pullback, and this is where I said we connect the E8 from that day, the day the market changed the strength, and from there we just looking to go short with all of this. As I said, I haven't even worked yet. Um, I might need to. Everything is. I need to, all my profiles, everything is just going. I don't know. This is not fun. So here we're looking to go long, and the market has retraced. So that's a perfect conditions for the market to now activate this one as an entry over there. So we got the weekly up as we see in the I think I only send the list. I didn't send chats. I haven't had time. As you know, yesterday was a big cleaning day for me because some somebody vandalized the house, put a rotten eggs. I had to call the police as well to let it know. Apparently, it was the only house be target. I don't know, maybe because I see that I was not here for a week, and yeah, so cleaning up all through the screams and the walls, and those eggs were from Saturday night, I guess. So it was very hard to cleaning, and because it did rain for the cyclone, the garden and the mower, sometimes it's not good to have a big place, especially on the hill. So you imagine it. And my wife don't let me contracting anyone to do this. Say you're the man of the house, so you have to do it. So look at that, smart women, huh? Just wants to keep me busy. So yeah, so that's that pound New Zealand looks good from there. And another New Zealand cross would be New Zealand yen, and this one didn't change. So New Zealand yen, we're looking to go short. This is a day up. So here is a beautiful place to put the EA for the weekly candle close on the 24th. So this is so when that happened. So if we just follow, that's what I want to split it. The two strategies so we don't get confused. I can get the results for one and another one, and that we can put them away. The weekly candle close strategies, one of the good ones over there. I believe once in the 1 hour we enter a trade, then changing by the 4 hours, it can really takes quite good runs from there. But so the moment is our entry that was more concerning. So below over here, it seems like we could have a good setup over there. Euro New Zealand the same. According to the weekly candle close, we're looking to go long. Because of that, we got on a monthly low. We got that nice retracement, and there it is. The 24 will be there. So this is a very straightforward, system. We must wait for the pullback. So this is something very important. And this is the pullback that is actually here. So you see that New Zealand through the whole Monday and Tuesday did not give us a pullback. Today we do have a pullback. All right, so this is when we put it into that. On the Australia, we only have these few currencies over here, and that one there, we don't have a pullback. We just got at a well, we have 3 days pullback now, and it seems like it's changing strength. So the US the same, and so on. So that's why it's important to wait for these pullbacks before we do anything. And that is just one of the most simple strategies ever. And when we look in the statistics on this trade, no, you went off. No, this is you. The NT5 doesn't want to open. I think that this computer cannot handle too much. I got everything I need to close. Maybe I will close Internet Explorer. Yeah, this computer, that's what I got the desktop, because this one, remember, it was giving us so much. I don't think it's gonna work. This one. I hope so. It will be. That's the weekly and the daily the board. So yeah, so this is why it's important that no, it will refuse not to work. Always wait for when we want to enter long or short. A nice pullback, always is gonna put us into that where we get, you know, much or none. So this is the opportunities really for the weekly candle close. As I say, it has to be a candle price opportunity, or no. Is anything could happen over there. So New Zealand, Canadian, New Zealand, Swiss, we can ignore those ones there, and that's it. All right, tomorrow I think I will be more organized with this one. Put it at a weekly candle close and this list here, so we can have a look from here. But this will, it will be dedicated for the weekly candle close strategy, and look in there. So hopefully when the other computer came, I will activate the E8 and two types of currencies, platforms, where the one I'm gonna put it, the one dedicated just for the weekly candle close, and the other one dedicated for the daily candle close. So the weekly is very simple. We look in there, we look in the day that retrace according to the index meter. We connect the E8, and then we let it run from there. And that's it. Whatever it is there, it will be there. Okay. So now let's move to the daily candle close. So what we're gonna do today is just review the signals for this week. What could happen from the 17th, which was Monday? How we would target all these signals over here as the presenting over there. So now the weekly candle close is completely alienate from the daily candle close has nothing to do with that. What is more important that when we have these signals, we need to find shopping levels. All right, and we know what the shopping levels are, and including the golden candle and strategy and all these things. So that's the main thing. We have the 250 pip levels. We have double top, double bottoms, shoulder, head and shoulder. Anything that we can find it has to be for us over there. So here we see and this is the high probabilities and the low and the yesterday and today I forgot to put these ones over there, which is important as well. So New Zealand yen. So we got over here. So on the 17th, which is Monday, this is Tuesday. Uh, Tuesday and Wednesday over there. So there we are. So we have over here, we got 17. So here, as we see, we got shoulder, head and shoulder. We got some kind of, quite good reasons why we should be looking to go long. And here, definitely yesterday would be a stopping out the market. Now, one thing that once the market moves over there, always I want to make sure that to move my stop. But if it's not, that would be stop out strategy. Australian yen, and that it is. So what do we have over here? Very simple. We can draw lines. We can say that yep, that's a nice. Now one very important thing with the daily candle close, when we're looking for a trade in this, it has to be the first day that turns around. Exactly the same way we're using with the weekly candle close. There is the first week that turns around. That's the one. So if we got the index meter and we got the first day that it actually shifting around and we got some kind of support or resistance, this is a clear ABC scenario, so that's the one to take. So that from that point, enter is over here, and then at the moment would be in the break even. So far it's been 62 pips, so that would be a tick with no problem at all. Pound yen, same thing. So it's just the analysis is very simple. We want to make sure that we have some kind of support and resistance, and there we are. So first day, yes. So we got over here. So the market is over here when the whole day up, down over there, and this is when sometime I remember, I don't know, Richard, if you remember with the trendline trader EA, we used to have this, let's see, this is the 120, and then suddenly the 20 cross over there. So from that cross, the EA used to look for a buy and a sell scenario there. So if this the cross is about, so this is the 20 and this was the 120. So now from here, one of the one of the things that the price, so for example, let's see the price is already like that. We are over here. So that trendline trader EA, it was that the market must close below to the 20 and then close above to trigger a trade. Sometimes I used to miss some trades, but that was the criteria of that. So in here, what I'm looking, all right. So if this is the day that I'm trading, yes, I want to trade below over here, but as well I want to trade, if the market cross above the line and then close below the line and then activate, not just touch, but it must close above the midline and then. But now this is, because sometimes we see, good trades that we could actually take early. But tell you, trading the external lines is actually quite safe when we have wrong readings at the end of the day. So anyway, so here we have the market goes, triggers a trade over there, trailing stop 90 pips. Today would be, maybe 50 pips still. No, sorry, 30, 40 pips will be already into that consideration and see what happened over there. So that's the pound yen. We look in the euro yen now, and that it is. So here it is again. So we look into trade. So I did actually know that I activate a trade over there. So the EA will trade over there. But this is the point. If the market cross above and close below, this should be, some kind, because I don't want to just touch and then get triggered, because this is when I got at a lot sort of a lot of the false entries, when the market just come and touch it. But if it is possible that to activate the midline, the price must close above the midline and then close below to activate. Or, we can put both, whether it is the midline or that one there. But anyway, so this one would be over here, which would be a 60, 70 pips, 65 pips, no, 70 pips with the 5 pips above, 5 pips below. And then right now it would be, and the 24 pips at risk over there. So that's that euro yen. So let's go a bit quicker. Swiss yen and Canadian yen. So Swiss yen we have over here, and that was the same. So what we have over here, double top over there. So that's a very simple there. We got the midpoint of the monthly as well over here. We are in the middle of 250. So that's definitely a signal to be taken. So the market comes over here, and that's it again. The market goes up, close below over there, and this one would be because sometimes if we do just a touch over here, the market would stop us out over there. If we have that both. So I'm trying to look to just sort of away because normally that's what they happen. The market happened overnight, but overall, it was not too far from. Anyway, so this would be our entry, and this would be today our stop loss, and then the market. So Monday was sort of kind of a good indication for that one there. So this is another one, and this is what I say. We need to have these ones over here. I don't like when these things are no with the way I like it. Well, this is the way I like it. And yeah. So we got the 250 pip levels as a beautiful support. Now resistant. We got the ABC over here. We got the first day that turns around, and we got the index mid-end month. How beautiful Monday would it be? What do you reckon, Richard? Is that a just good assessment? So we forgot here. We only need to have two chats really in the profiles where we don't worry about the weekly candle closing here. We just wants to take these opportunities, and right over here, this one would be on the 50 pips scenario. We are Thursday. The announcement comes tomorrow. Or the Canadian normally has on Wednesday the announcement. We can actually start hunting, from there to there. It's a 90 pips for the week. Very, very nice at the end of the day over there. Now, the only one I didn't put here is the US yen because it was not in a crucial place. But if you look at the US yen, that's what the Canadian yen, the US yen wasn't a low. But here we are. Are we on a resistance line? And this is the most important and crucial moment that we can say yes, we are in a crucial line, but this one was not that quite there. But look how beautiful the market closed above the midline and then close below. Actually, manually, I'm tenting if I come at nighttime and I see this behave, why not open the trade over there? Did you got what I said, Richard? About do you think that could be an option on the Donchen EA. Yes, well, I want to put it both, but the condition for the midline is has to be that the price. I'm looking to go short, definitely. That the price must close above and then close below, and that would be a nice entry, with a very nice. But anyway, if we use the externals at the moment, we would be, with that one. Today is running good. We can move to the midline. We already got, from here 1 to 3 days. We know that what happened after 3 days from counting that one there, and that it is. Yeah, that's good news, Richard. There. So then, that's okay if we have a long webinar today. No? Yes. And you're not in a hurry to go shopping, Helen? Actually, today is the first day that I feel um yesterday came with I don't know, jet lag or what it was, but I came very sick. I got sick over there. I bought a medicine on China. I like Chinese medicine sometimes, but I don't know. My wife is always a skeptical. And what was that? On Sunday, I took it and a choke. I could not breathe. I was feeling like that. I coughed for at least 2 hours, and no matter what I drank, things I feeling like I was dying. That's what my voice. Yeah, I don't know if you noticed, and on Monday it was very, very bad because oh my goodness, what experience we have over there. So New Zealand, US. So let's look quickly because this is quite nice. Now you see that this New Zealand, US, how many days we are down now. So this is when we want to avoid or filter those signals. Yes, it's quite nice. We can say that this is a sort of small pattern breakout from there, but even that so, it's not the first day. Now, when it's not the first day, maybe I can say I'm one of the options just trading that one below. So I don't know here whether it went up close about close below over there, but even if it is close, my stop loss was just here. So it would save me anyway. But you see the difference that something is already running, that much compared to the first day. New Zealand Canadian, the same. You see the run start from here, double top. It was 1, 2, 3 days, into the run. So why, we want to put it over here. But it's still, I don't know whether here would it trigger me over there, and this would be my stop, and then I put over there. I believe when though this is already in a run, we should not activate the midline. We should only activate here, and that would be the easiest way to avoid any pain whatsoever from there. Now, one thing that you will notice on the first day is the changing of the color of the midline. All right, so if we're looking to go short, for example, here you will see the change because the price has coming from above to below to the midline, and this is why this one changed. So here, as you see, would be a nice entry, nice exit, 40 pips going, and that's it. So, would be nice entry if we would take. So here is the difference that why in some occasions we should not consider. Now, how is the close of that candle? So high up that that should not be considered. Even if we got that break over here, um, from that pattern over there because of the close over there. But never mind, if we would be triggered, I don't know, maybe over here, that would be my stops into that there. Plus, the New Zealand Swiss is not tradable currency anyway. So then we got the Euro New Zealand, and the same thing. Look that tail over there. Look where we are now. Here, apparently, we're supposed to be looking to go long, but at the end of the day, we actually are below to the midpoint of the line. So what we're wanting is to get above the midpoint of the line. So this is one thing. If I want to be long, the price must be above the midline to consider the long position. If I want to be short, the price must be below to the midline. When it's like this one, something is not right over there. Okay, so that would be a good rule to keep us away from falls there. So that's Monday so far. Same with this one. We're looking to go long, and look where the price is below. So this is when we can filter and say no. I'm gonna hold myself with that before I do any entries whatsoever from there. Then we got Australia, New Zealand. And here, the same thing is how many days is already there. So we're chasing the market if we try to enter into that. So that's what is important, is to counting the first day that it will give us, the conditions for that one there. Australian US. So that possible is the first date over here. So this one, it will be on here or there, any of those. Could you say it about how the daily signals trade the direction to H1? Could you just say it about the daily signals trade direction to the H1? Well, we're looking, because this is a daily calculation, so we're looking the opportunity, but what we're looking is just the 1 hour for entry. That's the 1 hour will be, we're looking daily directions but 1 hour entries. So to make more more approachable, so we don't have to use daily stops or something like that, but let the EA work from his way out from there. All right, so if here somehow we would be entered over there, that would be our stops, and that's it. And that was that Monday. Now normally, we got to be a bit careful Mondays because they are a bit silly. We don't have the real figure over there. Also Canadian, same thing that tells over there. And if I would be looking to go short, there is no there. It has to be the more further down we know, the more low probability we have over there. Pound US, same thing. Nothing would happen over here. Um, we are below to the midline and so on. And the same thing, it was just completely, it's not giving us the pound a very clear picture what direction it wants to take from there. Euro US, the same we were looking to do, and look here, it crossed about, never crossed below, and if we were using that one there, it would be still in the safe and um, safe area as well. All right. Okay, Richard, I will repeat it again. So what we really we're looking over here is this daily selection that we say. So when they're coming over here, what we want to, the only thing we want to make sure over here is that whatever we want to look for an entry. One of the first rule is going to be that we need to hunting the first day that turns around, the first day that turns around. These days over here, these days over there. So the index meter need to be, this index meter, the daily index meter has to match up very much with those first day, the tornado. Same as the weekly candle close strategy. So we need to find those first day that turns around. All right. So when this one comes and match over there, that's fine. Now the second thing is, are we on a support or resistance shopping levels? So this is where we want to make sure that uh, our trades are supporting by whether it's 250 pip level or 1000 pip levels, previous support, previous resistance, golden candle, whatever it is there, we need to find, are we on a sort of kind of support or resistance level over there? All right, so one is the index meter, two, it has to be the first day, and three, it has to be the shopping levels or support or resistance levels over there. And after that, we just come into the 1 hour, and then we let this one entry over there. Now, as I said, a safe way of looking to this is just to trade the externals lines without messing up with the midline. So the midline is some kind of on an aggressive way. For example, if yesterday I would have been looking to trade short the US Swiss, because look what it does from this day, change over here. And if I look the short over there, can we say that we are in the resistant levels in that short over there? Yes, it's in the three touches and everything there. I don't know whether the index meter would give us, possible would give us over there. So we have the options whether to trade the break over here, or when the market cross the line over there and cross the line below the that one there. With the stop loss, of course, the trailing stop loss will be in that one there. So three simple steps, that we're looking the daily index meter. We need to make sure that we are in the first day that turns around, and we have to have shopping level. When we have that, we only activate the Don't Change 8 on the 1 hour time frame, and whatever the week is giving to us, that's where we can take it from that day. Let's look more at chats that we can have a look from there. So that's the US Swiss. The US Swiss will not enter whether we're using the midline or we're using the external line. And then the US Canadian. Now here it is. It's not that the first day that the market, so looking in Monday, that's Monday there. We have a low probability, but we're still looking to trade, because at the end of the day, the US is more stronger than the Canadian. Both are strong, but the US is still stronger than the Canadian over there. So the market retraced 1, 2, 3 days, and that day is there. So step number one, step number one is that we are in the list over there. Step number two is that the first day that turns around. So the daily candle close give us the direction also here. All right. So when the close is, when the index meter points us to there, but we have those wicks or tails like that, that's when it's a bit suspicious, isn't it? That something is not right. But when the close is quite nice, let's see 75% plus, we have now a good possibility of the market going in our direction from that point onwards. All right. So that would be that. Now we got a step one, the daily index meter. We got a step number two, the first day that turns around, and that's what we need to find. This opportunity. Step three, do we have shopping levels? So suddenly from that point we start drawing our lines. putting, where we can see that do we have a shopping levels from that level over there, and we can, see over and over again that yes, we are in that. We can continue drawing more lines, and we can find it. The market has come, bounced from there, and that's where it's going. So that day, so here we got. So whether we enter above over there or with the market close below the midline, close above, enter the trades, put the stop loss, and that it is, 115 pips already. So 100 pips, we take 20%, and then the rest to the break even, and the more we're coming towards the end of the week, we can actually shifting and say, no, I'm taking the midline as my target. Thank you very much, and running over there. Now we took in only one day, and how many good opportunities we find so far in just one day from that day. Now let's look now the 18, which is Tuesday, and let's move now. The 18 is over here. There it is. So the 18, we got these opportunities. So Canadian yen, we're looking to go short. So now some of these will carry the trades from the day before. So we could say, oh no, this market is already running over there. So this is now on the, sorry, didn't change the 18. That's the 18. So as we see already, the Canadian yen, we did have the previous day. We already got an entry, and so far the market now is in that direction. So we don't do absolutely nothing over there. We just happy that the market, the index mira is running there. Now we have the first date over here. Now, the only thing that we can do from there is, okay, we got the Canadian Swiss over there. Is this the first day? And look how beautiful close is over there. So from there, we have both, where the market comes to the midline or breaks below over there. And by today, that would have a very small, and I think we did that trade over there. So this one is very, very active, more than the weekly kind of close. As I say, this need to be treated both differently, because both has a completely different approach, as we looking over here. But the rules are very simple and very strong. All right, this is what we don't want to do. So the step number one is here. Step number two, that we need to find the first day that turn like a sort of turning point, which is this one over here. So we go from here, we go from there, and we go from here to the first day. So that would be like a trading plan there. Now, the third one, it will be, so this is a step number one, a step number two, and a step number three, do we need to have shopping levels? It's not that a support, and here we have resistance. So that's how simple, the chat will answer to all our questions. Here it was a bit far, but that would be do enough to me today. So once we have 1, 2, and 3, the only thing we do is the E8 on the Donchen E8 over there. Connect the E8 over here. Sometimes when I look at this is for me, it's a nice trading hard stop loss. That's what I want to get, and then the trailing stop would be this one over there. So we measure always from here to there. Normally previous high, previous low, you're considering that this could be my entry. That could be my hard stop loss over there. And that's it. So that would be the simple over there, that we have, and we follow that. Then we got the Euro Canadian, and there we are again. Can you see now, Richard, that the process, Helen, you understand that well? So we got over here the index mira. We got the first date. Look at all this mess, and this is what is difficult, with the weekly candle close, that we don't know when these things really is going to run, isn't it? Yes, and the daily one close direction also. Yes, it's the daily candle close, because this only gonna give me the positive and negative daily candle closes. So that's what it give me. That's what I put the colors so people don't get confused. People knows that okay, this is the entry, this is the things, And look at if we can I believe this is sort of kind of a sculpting, the the trace here. If we can sculpting, pips through the week with a daily candle close, would you be happy to do that? And let the weekly trading, maybe a more long distance, targets like that we're looking for the monthly. That unfortunately NT5 doesn't want to work well, but let's finish this one. It's 40 minutes already. But there we are. Euro Canadian, it says here to look for longs. Do we have the first day? Yes. Do we have here a shopping level? Definitely, this is a level of resistance, support, beautiful data over there. And so we got 1, 2, 3 answer. Put the thing over here, breaks, and from there, it's already is being in 100 pips. You already cash. I like the 100 pips, 20% off or 30% off, and leave the 70 running from there. It's just fantastic. The idea that this can do that, because the market will run 100 pips all the time. That's my, I can see that when they're break even already, and then the trailing stop can go with no problems from that. So that is that. Now I could have put more Canadian crosses over here, because few of these actually work, over there. So if we're looking, for example, the let's look all the Canadian crosses over there. We got from the previous day, so we will not have problem. Euro Canadian, pound Canadian, we don't have over here. And if we look in there, is that the first day? Look how beautiful. That's what I now I'm learning actually, especially with the top ones, the top two, we actually can look, even if they have the same strength, the market will perform well. As long as I have something like that, I can take those risks over there. So you will see the one and the group, the two first group will have more currencies than the two second groups. So in that case, we can give it that, because that's just a beautiful setup. We look in the market has break, comes back, and now it gives us a beautiful daily. Plus we have the monthly shopping levels, double bottom over there, everything over here. So from there it is. So I measure from that level 80 pips. Yep, I'm happy to put it there. Market breaks over there. It went 125, so 100 already is in the pocket. And now to that I can say, yeah, I'm happy. This is quite strong. I'm happy to get out over there. If we can even close our trades Wednesday or Thursday before crazy Friday, and we already got like a 600 pips made by this one here, would you be happy with that, to do that way? And especially if the EA will do the rest for us, isn't it? So look at those opportunities, Australian, Canadian, we don't have over there. And the same thing, look, the first day shifted from the bottom to the top. Here it would be a bit tricky. Is It looks to me, three touches. Look, the possibilities are huge, especially with the top ones every day. As long we have over here, this one, just yesterday I rushed to do everything, because remember I didn't send even the invitation at the time that it is, because I was just a bit upset with everything I find in my house, being vandalized by this. And anyway, but this is what I saw yesterday when relaxing, especially after the news that I don't have my computer back, and look how the opportunities over there. Canadian yen is already running, so that would be, we already look over there, Canadian Swiss. I don't know, New Zealand Canadian, I don't like it there, but look what it is again. If we're looking right over there, it's not that support resistant, support over here, or even that one over there, and look about the midpoint of the line over here. The candle, even if the candle close is very small compared to the previous, but we still a very good close, isn't it? And because the Canadian was the number one on Tuesday, all around the close. And look at that. So you will see the number one and number two list more populated, because I just watched yesterday. Wow, I said this thing's really, rock up. Very beautiful over there. Plus, we is the weekly mid low. Remember the workshop we did about that? The weekly highs and low Everything was right over there. So now with the yen crosses, everything, if we just go quickly, we already got from that one running over here. This one, second day already running over there. All of these, the yen is just continue with his bearish strength. Here is the second day, so we would be already into that place. Here's this the second day, we would be sort of kind of stop out. Um, this one, second day, we would be still in profit over there, and this one would be second day, the same thing. But look how beautiful all these trades would be there. If we can do this one, Richard, that would be good. I believe that that could be, every retracement is going to be a nice opportunity to do that one there for that. Then we did have the Swiss. Not that I like it anyway, but rules are rules. This, we can consider that as the first day because the previous day it was not really a good day. But this is a nice ABC with a weekly, daily candle close over there. It still would not enter. Now, when the market does not enter and that day, the next day we need to cancel that trade. And maybe actually we have in the EA we have actually that if the market has no trade by this day, we can deactivate the EA. I didn't know that actually. I did put that. I asked the programmer to put that tool there. So when I got my computer, we're gonna set up over there, and that would be amazing over there because if the market does not trade by the, if we let's say we put it 10 hours, the market normally open in 8, so that's meaning in 20 hours if the market does what we want to do, we can deactivate the EA from there. So that's quite cool. Anyway, US Swiss. Now we got that one over here, as you see. So this one will be entered over there. The stop loss will be over here, and that's it. Take it or leave it. This is what we do normally. Here, as you see, with I would have put both of them, none of these would activate it. So that's fine. No big deal with the New Zealand Swiss, pound Swiss. That's we're looking to go short, but the weeks doesn't tell us at the moment. There could be maybe an opportunity for tomorrow with this one over there. Now the euro crosses I mentioned yesterday in the webinar, unfortunately did not record it, and I hope so this one will not mix up. um, the Euro Australia, we have that date over here. It was quite nice. This is a nice ABC setup, ready to trade over there. And this is when we trade in that break or the market comes over here, go about, and then any over there, it would be a nice, by now, like 8 pips, 10 pips, stop loss could be from that place over there. Euro US, we got over here. We got, do we have support and resistance levels over there? So this is all the questions that we need to answer, to ourselves over here. Is that level has break, false break over there, pulls back over there, and that was yesterday. We were saying watch out from this one because this one looks over there. So stop loss previous though 30 pips, fine. Today would be in the 22, something like that, and it will be safe. I believe it will be very, very safe looking this way, there. Now this one, yes and no, but as you see, even if I would trade with the external of this one, it will be not activated. Now here is when we say we deactivate right over there. If the market did not trigger to the 20, even we can put 1 hour before the market finish. We can say that okay, 21 hours I'm waiting, and then that's it, it's finished. Excuse me, my throat still sore from that day. Right, tell you, I nearly died that day. I couldn't breathe. I was for maybe 30 seconds. My throat just got shut that day, and I got had to be very gentle all these days from that. So that it is. So Euro New Zealand, and the last one Euro Pound, and the cent over here. So that's what I remember the euro pound was yesterday, as you mentioned. I like where it is. So over there. So let's see here, we will be activated by that. stop loss over here. Maybe would have get a stop out, 22 pips, maybe 30 would have gone. If I look from there, 5 pips, maybe yes, maybe no. But that was for me, especially that the market was in that sort of kind of support. The market comes, breaks about, that was there. So that's yesterday, and today we have this list over here. So we got on again Canadian, still weak. So everything continue the same pattern through this week. It looks like, and that would be the opportunities for today. Now we see that most of these currencies already have run from Monday. So when we try to look Wednesday, we have to be more cautious, and it has to be the first day because otherwise we can get at a cut up over there. So New Zealand Canadian is in the top. So you see, this is the second day. Maybe we can keep a risk, but that was the day that we entered over there. Canadian yen the same. That's already 3 days. Why we're gonna be looking to enter after and the third day. So we can do that one there. Pound Canadian, same second day. We can still take the risk, but this is the day that we need to really make sure. Euro Canadian second day. So all these trades already into the second day. So we want to make sure that it's the first day that yeah, I hope so for next week when everything is solved with my other computer, because this one is really limited in power. Then I will start doing more chatting, the snipping tools that I normally do from that. So there's Canadian Swiss, and where we were, US Canadian, 3 days already, Australian Canadian. So we're looking at all the opportunities is already run. Maybe this one is not too far. Maybe we can consider, but definitely this was the day. And even at as small as it looks like, but this is there. New Zealand is still now it seems like it's a bit stronger than New Zealand today. So we just need to see, do we have any opportunities anyway? Australia, New Zealand. That looks to me quite nice. Yesterday, we did not have Australia, New Zealand short, but that's definitely, if it was any sort of kind there. Um, and here we got, don't like this color. Uh, so we're looking support resisting. I'm not too sure what happened yesterday with the Australia group. We didn't have here anyway. Australia was sort of kind of weakness yesterday. But anyway, so we can get all those trades. But yesterday it was right in the beginning of the day, the market break. But today it looks quite nice for me because this is the day. So we got the Australia, New Zealand over here. We got a clean day, to starting us there. So we can use them both of this one there and look to trade today. So at the moment, maybe I can say, okay, I'm gonna be looking to trade below over here, and that would be my first opportunity. And this one I don't have control until I set up the EA for this one over here. So New Zealand, US. Now that's kind nice from negative to not really there, but today it is in the positive side. Now I don't like the wick that I see over here, so that's one of the things that I like to see. But look, we got a lot of these three touches there is quite serious, and the market there. So we can take the risk from here. Now, when I see a wick like that, maybe I can consider, trading above or below. But if I try below, my stop loss will be very, very small. So that's for me a quite nice trade as well to consider. And a little bit over there, and that's it. And run from that level over here. New Zealand Swiss. So there's we're looking. Is that 250 pip level a good level of support? definitely, isn't it? So that's one, two, three touches, maybe double bottom. Weekly is over there, and here, if the week put me off, I can say I'm gonna be taking that one over here, and then trading from that one along, and that's it. Oh, as well here, looking now is closing below. I can set up because my stop loss would be very, very small over there. Now, if I'm not trading manually, I will see and have a look. Maybe we'll do. But on the midpoint, whether I'm using both or only the midpoint retracement, it has to have this criteria that the market need to close below, need to close above to trigger the trade, like the trend line trade I was, and that was quite nice. Euro New Zealand, we are below to the midline, as you see over here. It's crossing above over there as well. Do we have a shopping level? If we're looking at there, that's another high. So we have a double top, the market close below, and the stop loss would be very small compared to that. So that's another one there. So far, I'm going to just looking for the sell below over here. Like I said, maybe this one looks quite nice as a rejection point over here that I can put my entry over there. Pound New Zealand, same thing. And if I look on here, I say that it is support, resistant. We got a day that is actually shifting from yesterday to maybe to the low. Maybe in this case, I'm only gonna be looking below to that level because I'm not that sure over there. And the main thing is the first day. So this is what we need to make sure that. So here's another. Now, if I put the fractals in this one, the fractals will give me places to um to trade because I can set up over there. Not that one there. This is a nice fractal. This is too short, but that could be a place to set up over there. And we're coming from the weekly resistance, and that's nice there. So as you see, these ones meet the criteria of what I was looking for, and it's my second in the group, and that would be fine. Now the yen is continue running second, third day, so we will not be looking through that. Australia is some kind of weakness it has today. Um, Maybe yes, maybe no. The risk could be very small if we want to be taken. If we're looking here in a bigger time frame, um, not really clear, so we can actually avoid on that one. That Australian US, same thing. We got that kind of, we like full bars like this one. This is kind of dodgy. And that's it, my friends. So that's all for today. I close it before they went out so I can process in this video. So we see you tomorrow, same time, same place. I hope so you like it today, and I hope the recording will be go through. I could not make the other lesson. I will wait for the other computer when it's done, but it's a quite nice lesson as well. And because otherwise we will conflict over there. And okay, so we see you tomorrow. Have a good day. Cheers and bye.